How's it going, guys? My name's Shane, and welcome back to the Horror Basement. Now, you may notice that we're not actually in the basement right now. We're actually on my back porch. And that's because what I've got for you today is straight up not a horror movie, and just wanted to give you a change of scenery. So, me and my wife recently watched one of her favorite movies, which is Fried Green Tomatoes. And you'll notice I'm not giving any product placement to the cigarette company because that's immoral. But yeah, she wanted me to sit down and watch Fried Green Tomatoes with her. And if you're only really a fan of horror movies, the only thing notable about this movie that you'd recognize is that it stars Kathy Bates from Misery. And Kathy Bates' character Evelyn in this movie, she's a woman of the 90s, and she is not happy with her marriage. Her husband, whose name I forget, I didn't write it down, is a fat piece of shit. And they go to visit her husband's aunt in the nursing home. But she's also a bitch. Pretty much everyone in this movie is mean to Kathy Bates for no particular reason, but she gets empowered in the end. So she's just sitting at this nursing home doing nothing, and she starts talking to this other old lady named Ninny Threadgood. And over the course of the next year or so, Ninny Threadgood tells her the story of Imogen, or Iggy, and Ruth, two girls that were growing up in Alabama in gunshots in the distance. That's interesting. They're growing up in Alabama in the 1930s, and they very clearly fall in love and have a lesbian relationship, but the movie doesn't overtly state that. It's just they're like best friends. But the reason I'm talking about this movie on this channel is because Ruth gets married to this abusive dude whose name is Frank, and my neighbors are target practicing. And Frank's an abusive piece of shit, and kicks Ruth down the stairs. And then after that, Ruth moved in with Imogen, and they started a diner to where the two of them and the black folk that work for Imogen, notably a woman named Sipsy and a big dude named Big George, they do barbecue, and they have a very successful restaurant in this town of Whistle Stop, Alabama. And one night, Frank comes back to try and get his baby back, baby back ribs, because he impregnated Ruth before she left him. And he's coming in here and hitting people with the butt of a shotgun and being an asshole. So, and spoiler, because this is the big reveal at the end of the movie. Sipsy, one of their hired women, comes up behind him and kills him with hitting him in the head with a frying pan. And in order to dispose of the body, Iggy, has Big George chop this dude up. Now all this happens off screen, of course, because this is like, I don't know if it's a comedy or just like a drama, pretty much. But there's no gore or anything in this, of course. It's a family movie. So, Big George chops this dude up and barbecues him, and then feeds him to the people that come in and eat that day, or that next day, at their restaurant, including the investigator that has come and is looking for Frank. And now you might be thinking to yourself, and what I was thinking when we finished the movie, because it's not revealed until the end that that's what happened to Frank's body. It shows in the middle that they killed him, or someone killed him, but in the end it's revealed that it's Sipsy, and that that's how they disposed the body, by cooking him into the barbecue. And that's fucking terrible. Like, these people, instead of dumping his body in the river, or chopping him up and feeding him to the hogs, they basically make everyone in town, this is the only restaurant in Whistle Stop, they make everyone eat Frank. And Frank is a woman abuser and a KKK member. So I was like, hell yeah, when they killed him. But don't make people eat people. And the most fucked up thing about this, once Ninny, the old lady, tells Evelyn this, she's like, oh, okay, that's fine. Like, no one in this movie is, or no one, she's the only one that finds out. She's the only one that Ninny tells this. But our insert character, or our point of reference for this movie, Evelyn, is totally fine with the idea of chopping up a man, cooking him into barbecue, and feeding him to an entire town. And that's horrific. Like, that's terrible. And it's, everyone's so worried about the power of friendship and female empowerment that no one cares that these people committed an atrocity. Like, I challenge you, and leave this in the comments, name one other movie where someone gets eaten and all the other characters, or the people that know about it in the movie, don't bat a single eyelash. Like, I don't know if this was something that the screenwriter didn't think about, but it's just crazy that Evelyn isn't at all affronted or put off by this realization. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to get this off my chest, because I have a YouTube channel for talking about movies now. And, like I said, leave a comment stating any movie where this is played so laissez-faire in regards to cannibalism. And I will see y'all in the next video with my review of Swamp Women from 1955. So I just thank you for watching. Go ahead and like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel, and have a good night, y'all.